So, tritone sub, what's the deal? This is the unaltered regular G7, and here's the tritone sub. Okay, here's the 2-5-1 in the key of C major. The 2-chord D minor 7, the 5-chord G7, the 1-chord C major 7. So what's a tritone sub? It's a flat 2. That's a tritone sub. Okay, here's the tricky part. This G7, if it's unaltered, and you're using a tritone sub, the scale that goes over this G7 sharp 11, this is a mix sharp 11, G mix sharp 11. That comes from the same scale as this D flat 7, okay? This D flat 7 comes from D melodic minor, so it's D flat altered dominant or supralocrian, okay? The notes in the scale are the same. They're both from D melodic minor. Okay, here's the tricky part. There's two functions of this tritone sub. One of them is from an unaltered or mixed sharp 11 G7 chord, which the tritone sub comes from the D melodic minor scale. So here it is. G mixed sharp 11 equals D flat altered dominant. They're both from D melodic minor. G mixed sharp 11 is the 4th mode. D flat altered dominant is actually C sharp altered dominant, and it's the 7th mode of D melodic minor. Okay, here's the other option. If the 5 chord is altered and you use a tritone sub, you play D flat mixed sharp 11, okay? This and this are from the same scale. They're both from A flat melodic minor. I wrote out G altered here, and I wrote out D flat mixed sharp 11. Well, check it out. D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat. See, they're all the same notes in both scales because G altered dominant and D flat mixed sharp 11 are the 7th mode and 4th mode respectively in A flat melodic minor. So, there are two different scales to play over the tritone substitute. Let me show you this one. Okay, here's the 2-chord, D minor 7. I'm playing D minor 9, D, F, A, C, E. And then I'm going to go to the 5 chord. I'm going to go into G mixed sharp 11. I'm going to G7 sharp 11. So it's really G13 sharp 11. And then I'm going to resolve the C major 7. Well, this scale is this. That's G mixed sharp 11. Well, if I simply change the bass note, it becomes D flat altered dominant. Same scale, I'll play from G. So here it is over G. Here it is over D flat. So that's one function. So I can go like this, D minor 7 to D flat 7, tritone sub to C major 7. So that's your 2-5-1 there. That's 2 to the flat 2, tritone sub to the 1. The other way of using it is when you take an altered 5 chord. So there's D minor 7. I'm going to go to G7 altered. Or if I put D flat in the bass, it becomes D flat mixed sharp 11. So here's the G altered. Okay, that goes over that chord. If I put D flat in the bass and play that's a D flat mixed sharp 11 scale. They're the same scale. And then you resolve the C major. So your two tritone subs, you have your one that's from D melodic minor. So that's if you're using G mixed sharp 11 to, or D flat altered dominant. They're both from D melodic minor. Or we can have this one, which is from G altered, which is the same as, which both come from the A flat melodic minor scale. On the guitar, here's your unaltered tritone sub. So it'll go like this. 2, 5, 1. Notice this, that tritone sub there is the same as G altered. So if I play on it, it's going to sound like this. And here's your second one, is with the altered tritone sub. So it's going to go. Now this chord here is the same as G13, and it's going to sound like this. Okay, so just to reiterate, if you're in C major and you have a tritone sub, D flat 7, that chord can either be a D flat 7 sharp 9 sharp 5, which is the equivalent of a G7 sharp 11, which both come from D melodic minor, or you can use the D flat 7 sharp 11, which is the equivalent of a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9, which both come from A flat melodic minor. So this is like G altered, D flat mixed sharp 11, or G mixed sharp 11 and D flat altered, just the reverse. That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel and get the Beato book because it has all this stuff in it. Thanks for watching. I'm Rick Beato.